The Tragedy of Cinema podcast is intended as a family-friendly program that by extension strives to be inclusive to all people regardless of their ethnicity, gender, creed, or any other identifying factors in this incredibly diverse world of ours. With that said, some of the films we discuss may contain serious subject matters or have content considered morally objectionable by today's standards. We do not intend to condone or dismiss these aspects of these films, but our primary focus will be on what we believe the film succeeds at, some fun facts, and our personal enjoyment factors of each film. With that said, we hope you enjoy the show.
Jimbo and Bond take flight. 80s dreams on its delight. In the realm of black and white. Movies and TV flow through the stories we all know. Silver screen tales unfold in the magic they bestow. The tragedy of cinema, when the memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Tragedy of Cinema podcast. I'm your host, Jimbo.
Hey, this is Jason.
Wow, it's not Bond today, it's Jason. Did you hear that, folks?
Okay, fine. This is Bond.
Once again, we are doing something that we've never done before on this podcast. We are attempting to cover the new HBO Max series, It, Welcome to Derry, episode by episode. And let me tell you something, I have not been disappointed so far. So Bond, go ahead and kick it off.
It is intense. Oh my goodness, this show's intense. What have you gotten me into, man? This thing's amazing.
Would you say it is the Stephen King equivalent to the Marvel multi-universe?
That's what they're trying to build, I think. I was very, very impressed with this first hour-long pilot episode. I'm a sucker for kids going on adventures. So I love the original It movie. I love the, of course, Goonies and all those other type of movies where it's a bunch of kids trying to figure stuff out, Stranger Things type ideas, where they go out and they try to solve the crimes, they solve the mysteries, they try to defeat the evil on their own. And I think that's exactly what this is all about.
And you know what's crazy about this is we already know what happens later. This is actually taking place, in 1963, I think? Or 62, 63? Yeah. So you already know the outcome, but it's how they're going to get there it's the interesting part, right?
Yeah, you're going, these guys are screwed. It's like watching the Titanic, the movie The Titanic, and being shocked when the boat hits an iceberg. Like, what? That's the same thing happens here, man. The show opens up with The Music Man.
Have you ever seen The Music Man?
I love The Music Man. I do too, man. My wife loves The Music Man. She will tell me that there's trouble right here in River City. Right? And so it starts with The Music Man. Matty is this young boy. He's 10, 12, right around there.
All right, let's stop right there because he's still sucking on a pacifier there, Bond. What'd you think of that?
He's got, there's a reason that he's not very popular with the girls at school. He's a little insecure with himself. Yeah. If you notice, he's at the movie theater with no one.
I like the one couple, the ladies watching the guys over their neck and just like
make it out in the 1960s, right?
Yeah.
So Maddie's watching The Music Man, and I don't know if you're a 10, 12-year-old boy and you're sneaking off to the movie theater to watch The Music Man, second on a pacifier, I'm going to ask you, Jimbo, is he gay?
I didn't get that because we find out later he actually tries to kiss the girl on the 4th of July, remember?
That's true. So maybe he couldn't get any of his buddies to go see The Music Man with him.
Well, he didn't pay to get in. Let's not forget that part either. He snuck in, remember?
He snuck out. Or he snuck in. He gets busted. he gets kicked out of the movie theater. And apparently, this is not the first time that Clemens boy snuck in the movie theater. He does this a lot. He gets busted a lot. But the movie theater manager kind of lets him sneak in. It's kind of an unwritten thing where it's like, yeah, come on in. That's just Matty. He sneaks in here and watches movies. He doesn't hurt anybody.
But that usher takes his job seriously, don't he?
Oh, yeah, man, because he's out. He's out. Matty's got to hitch a ride home. He's got to go home, and it's snowing. It's cold out in Derry. I mean, Derry's in Maine. So you're talking a Maine winter, and he's out there walking home. Why is he at the movie theater by himself? Where's his family? Why come he's not walking with his family?
And where's he live? He's walking away from town.
Yeah, he must live like on the outskirts of Derry. But we find out he's running away, in essence, because a nice family comes by, picks him up. It's a mom and a dad and their 2 daughters. Right? Is it two daughters?
No. It's a husband,
son and a daughter. That's right.
A pregnant wife, a I guess teenage daughter, right? And then
they have a little boy, right?
You have the boy that's like the spelling bee champion of the world, I guess, because he spells everything in this movie.
He's going through a phase where he spells things. They offer Maddie a ride. They're all, hey man, it's freezing out here. Where are you going? Away from Derry.
Anywhere but Derry.
That's where we're going too, right? And so they give him a ride home, and that's very nice. I mean, it's 1960s. I mean, who's not going to offer a little boy a ride home? And big mistake, Maddie. Big mistake.
Well, it starts getting weird because if you listen closely, you hear on the radio about something that's causing toxic problems with people, like a meteorite. Did you hear all that? It was like,
yeah, to the point where like the teenage daughter goes, "Hey, can we turn that off? Can we change the station?"
Yeah, and
it's kind of bothering her.
She's kind of weird too. Like she's just, what is in that container? She opens up and dips her fingers in and like rubs it in his face. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's just weird.
I said, what is it? And she's like, oh, that's my Willie. Willie, Willie. Willie. Oh, that's good. And then they're like, then it starts getting weird. Like, oh, cadaver, CAD.
Yeah, mutilation.
Oh, right? Strangle, a murder. And
I can't remember like what the word that he couldn't spell, and the teenage sister gets mad at him.
Yeah, you moron. And so as they're driving along, Maddie looks up and it says, welcome to Derry. That's strange because they were seen driving away from Derry, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, I need to, you can pull over right here. I need to get out right here. And they're like,
they drive by like a gas station. He's like, you just drop me off right here.
Yeah. And they're like, nah. And and he's like, I'd like to get out. And they're all going, out. They're all starting to chant out.
Hostage.
Right? Yeah. And so Maddie gets up there to try to turn the wheel to get out because he's like, I'm in trouble. And he does it. And when the dad goes, I'll do the driving, shoves his hand, it hits the mom in the stomach, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And
mom, right?
And this is where you know you're in trouble because she's like, ah. And next thing you see, man, is she's like, ah. She pulls up like her dress in the front. Her stomach's like bubbling. Her underwear, you see the blood just starting to gush out. And I'm like, oh, no. Oh, here comes the baby, right? And she's like, could
they pull the camera in a little closer? Is that possible?
Bro, I mean, they're showing like coming out of the hoomage baby, right?
Exactly, man. I think I saw the uterus.
Yeah, I thought I was seeing the placenta. It was that far in, but I mean, she's and it basically gives birth on the floor, if you will, falls onto the floorboard, right? And she's like, oh, why don't you come up here and see your family? And all the kids are in the back, and Maddie, they're all looking up.
The family's not that shocked that mom just gave birth in the front seat. Like, no one's freaking out at this point except Maddie.
What does the mom tell the daughter? He's like, something about my whore daughter, if she could leave her legs closed or something. And she's like, must have got that from her mom. I was like, what is wrong with these people?
Oh, man. Well, I would say the baby's got a slight birth defect. The baby's got a slight birth defect.
What did you think of the CGI for this thing?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
It's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's, how would you describe it? What I pictured, what I will tell people it is if you've ever seen Toy Story, and have you ever seen the doll that Sid has in his room where he's taken the head of a doll and put like spider legs on it, and it's walking around? It's kind of like that. The faces, it's like a baby doll face, I would say. It's kind of deformed,
definitely a baby doll
kind of like
face
a
with
demon
bat
looking thing. And it's got bat wings. And this thing jumps up and jumps to the back of the vehicle, right? And they're all like, whoa, whoa. And it turns around and it starts flying inside the car. I mean, the blood's
It's still
splatting.
attached to the
That's
mom.
the thing that got me. It is still with the umbilical cord inside the mom. And she's like pulling on it. I'm like, this is outrageous. And this is the first
flying a
10 minutes
kite.
of this first 10 minutes of this movie or TV show. And you're like, I'm hooked, whatever. And so
You're
then,
either hooked or you've changed the channel.
right. So,
moment.
what does Matty do? He takes his pacifier, puts it in his mouth, and he looks over at the wall and he's like, right? And if
I
you
suck harder,
yeah,
it'll
and
do
if you look in the background, you see the daughter next to him and the son. And if you notice, there was a scene with the son where he looked over at him and one eye's crossed, over like Pennywise could do, in the new Pennywise.
Yeah, he's got that wonky eye.
Yeah. So they're all sitting there, and the next thing you know, man, as that thing jumps towards Maddie, and boom, the window shatters, and you just see the pacifier flying through the air and lands in the water, and it starts floating down towards the sewer. It turns into the sewer, and out from the ground comes the letters "it," and then behind it says "Welcome to Derry." Great intro, right? Perfect intro.
At that moment, you're either loving this movie, going, "Oh my gosh, this is the best show on television."
Or what did I just watch?
see? Yeah. I think I texted you at that moment, 5 minutes into the first episode. I think I texted you at that moment and said, "What are we watching here?"
And you know what I responded with? You think that was bad? Wait till you see the end of episode 1.
It was, so at this point, if you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of that kind of stuff, you're thinking to yourself, this is the best thing on television. Or you've changed the channel. At this point, they've divided the
audience.
divided the fans. They divided the audience perfectly. Anybody who didn't want that scene to happen, we don't want you on this show. We don't want you to watch this.
We want you to listen to this podcast, though.
Yeah, listen to the podcast because we'll tell you all about it. You don't have to watch it because
We'll make Bond do it and suffer through it.
yeah, thanks. If I have to see one more pair of bloody panties,
Granny
and
panties.
a demon baby shooting out of her crotch, still attached.
Oh, if
That's what
only if only that was the most disturbing part of episode 1, right?
I know. Little did you know. Little did you know. The scene jumps. That's one of the things about this first episode. It jumps around, and it's kind of confusing because there's different storylines going on, and you don't know the characters yet. You don't know the storyline yet. So it's kind of confusing because I believe the next scene is when Handlin arrives at the military base. Is that right?
Well, then right as it's going from it, Welcome to Derry, it goes out like through the other end of the sewer, and it's the kid at top of that tower looking through the telescope, looking at the airplanes coming in. Remember?
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, you don't see many of those coming through here." And
Okay.
before we go too further, do you know the names of these kids?
Yes. They are Lily, Teddy, and Phil. And Marge.
I love Marge, dude. She's so funny,
Marge.
dude.
Is Marge the one with the glasses?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Marge.
She wants to be part of the
Oh yeah.
whatever they call
Patty
the
cakes.
patty cake clubs or what patty cakes.
Yeah, but she wants to be a member of the Patty Cakes. Right? There's Lily. Lily is the one with the black hair. She's the one that has a vision of Maddie later, singing the Trouble Right Here in River City song.
Yeah. So the opening scene that we talked about, it is filmed on the same main street used in It Chapter 2's flashbacks for the thing. And I think in order for this to make sense, it's probably connecting to the newer remake of It, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and not the original.
Definitely.
So I wanted to point that out there.
We also want to point out that Pennywise, the creature, whatever he is from It, he comes back every 27 years. And so this is actually the 27 years before It Chapter 1.
And let me ask you a question, Bond, because I still don't know the answer to this, and I don't know if you know the answer to this, but I still don't have any idea what this baby is or who it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's Pennywise. I really don't.
I don't think it's Pennywise.
I don't either.
I think it's just a demon baby. One of the things about Pennywise, what he does is he feeds off your greatest fear.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he'll discover somehow what your greatest fear is, and he'll do a demented twist on that because he lives off fear. I don't think that demon baby was Pennywise. I think Pennywise created that whole scenario in the car to scare Maddie and to take Maddie.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just, I think it's the beginning of the fear of things to come to get the other people afraid of him too, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that one right there plants the seed.
So if you want to say that that was Pennywise reborn, like his new start of his new reign of terror for the 27 years, 28 years or whatever it is. Okay. That, I mean, he could have done that.
This is the first time 1960s has seen Pennywise.
Right. So, I think as of now, since Maddie had disappeared, I think it's been 4 months.
It has.
And that's when we get introduced to Major Leroy Hanlon, who's obviously served in the Korean War. And you also get Captain Paulie Russo.
Oh, yeah.
And I like when they pull up, he's like, oh, anywhere but Derry. And then the major or whatever comes up to him, he's like, how was your flight? And he's like, terrible. And the other's like, great. You know, and I was like,
yeah, that was awesome.
These two guys. So, you know, there's a lot of Cold War stuff going on too. So, but Major Hanlon, that surname is not accidental because he's actually an ancestor of Mike Hanlon, the librarian and Losers Club historian in It. So I thought that was great that they connected those generational gaps like that.
Nice. That's nice. Another thing you'll see throughout this episode and
Turtles
future episode is racism.
Oh yeah, it plays a big part.
There's racism, the 1960s racism, and the civil rights movements and all those things play a huge role in this story. So you'll see that off and on throughout this series is the racism. Because doesn't one guy refuse to salute?
Yeah. He gets in trouble. He's like, Major, we won't have any of that. You go, you want to be court-martialed for that or whatever, remember? Mm-hmm. But, you know, you get your little introductions at the Air Force Base, and they're like, what's that over there? And they're like, oh, that's special projects or the whatever he calls it, right?
There's a special door that's like special projects.
Like a hangar.
What's behind that door.
But then
but in that hangar.
We go to the scene of the school, and you see this girl walk around the corner, and everybody is staring at her. You're like, oh, poor girl, what's wrong with her?
Yeah.
And you will find out why they are staring at her because she's been to the loony bin, right? Well, they call it the something
Lily.
Hills.
Yeah. Lily has spent some time in a asylum.
Yeah. Because her dad was would you say a manager or something at a pickle factory? Was he a manager or just a worker? I couldn't.
I think he was a manager. I think he had a higher up job in the pickle manufacturing factory.
And come to find out that there was an accident and her dad was, I don't know how to put it, chopped up, I guess.
Yeah,
sliced and diced.
Somehow he got stuck, or something happened to him where he ended up in the pickle slicer.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
He was killed in the pickle slicer. And so all the kids have this like ongoing joke kind of about him.
Yeah, and they kind of, and like when she goes to open her locker at the school, like pickles fall out. They have that name brand of pickle that her dad worked for fall out. And she's like, I'm going to smell like pickles. And here comes Marge up, that girl.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, look, we got to be cool. Only 4 more months and we got to be cool. So she's trying to get in this.
Excellent. Marge has those little cat glasses.
Oh, dude, she's funny, man.
She's got the little short haircut. She's typical 1960s kind of nerdy little girl.
Still kind of
wants to
like
be popular.
poodle skirts still in effect, kind of. You know what I mean? The dress
Yeah.
code.
Well, not only that, but like the sweaters she wears are like grandma sweaters. You know?
Yeah.
Poor Marge. Poor Marge, poor Lily. They're friends, but Lily's covered in pickle juice and she's getting teased at school. And Marge wants to be part of the cool kids. She wants to be a patty cake.
Patty.
Right? She wants to be a member of the patty cake.
So, you know, obviously you get to meet a couple of the kids at school.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, and then I like what's the two boys' names?
There's Teddy, there's Phil.
And they're leaning up against talking. They're like, did Lily just check us out or what? Remember that?
Oh, I love that, man. I love when they just show the kids interacting being kids.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
When they're
so-
just hanging out going, hey, I think she likes you. You know what I'm saying?
I am waiting for them to pass a note that says, do you like me? Circle yes or no. Right?
Yes or no? And then she puts maybe and checks off maybe.
Yeah. And you're like, she said maybe. There's a chance. So, you know, not much really happened. You know, I think Marge pulls Lily into the bathroom. Remember, she's like, I got to talk to you or whatever. And she's like, you know, we only got 4 more months. Please, can we just do this so I can get the patty cake? You're making me look better. She says, me or us? You know, she's kind of, oh, you're in this for yourself. You're supposed to be my friend, but here you are. You're trying to get in with the cool kids, and Lily's not going to go for that.
A lot of stuff that normally she wouldn't do just to be cool.
Right. So we go to Lily's home, I think, after this, and she's getting ready to go take a bath, right?
Yeah.
And she starts running the water, and her mom comes in, and she says, hey, don't forget tomorrow we're going to go visit your dad's grave. And you haven't been since the whole year he's been dead. And she said, I'm not going to go. I wasn't planning on going. So her mom leaves or whatever, and this is where it starts getting strange right away, right? You hear something in the pipes. And
she's getting ready to take a bath, and you hear it in the pipes.
And she turns the water off, I think, right? And you see these 2 fingers come up out of the drain, dude. It's so freaky.
Well, you hear the song
from the Music Man.
From the Music Man. You hear Trouble right here in River City. It's coming through the drain pipes.
And she's like, Maddie, is that you? Maddie, stay right there, you know? So she don't know who she can tell that's actually going to believe her because, let's face it, if she says what she thinks she's hearing, they're going to put her back in the loony bin.
Yeah. She's already not popular. People already think she's crazy.
Right. So who can she confide in that will not think she's all that crazy? Because we have skipped a part where Maddie had actually took Lily up to the hideout, remember? And he's like, you can't tell the guys I brought you here. He said, it's no women. They'll kill me. They'll kill me if they ever knew I brought you here. And it's like July 4th or something. And this is sad because, you know, Maddie, he says, I don't think you're crazy, because she starts talking about some of the stuff that happened.
About her dad.
And good old Maddie leans in for that kiss, man. And she's like, oh, no, I don't like that. I'm just saying, you know, we're just, she's like, oh, come back to me. And he's like, no, it's cool, you know. And
well, it's one of those, you go in 90%, let the girl go in the other 10%.
He was all the way in there, dude. He was like 98%.
He went in. She's like, what are you doing? No, I don't see you that way. We're friends. She puts him in the friend zone.
Bro, I was like,
oh, poor Maddie.
Bro, come on. So
she feels bad.
Oh, yeah.
She feels bad because she's like, I rejected Maddie, and now Maddie's gone.
But before that, they're sitting there and they're opening up something, and he gets a turtle, and she gets something else. She's like, I always get this. He's like, well, you want to trade?
Little turtle charm, yeah.
And he gives her the turtle charm. Now, if you know anything about the book, or it is the turtle in this universe supposedly brings good luck, and it's also the thing that defeats evil, if you will.
Nice.
And you see the turtle. It's the school mascot. You see all kinds of little subtle references to turtles. which makes me think, if he wouldn't have switched the turtle out with her, would he have been saved from what happened to him?
Of course.
I think so too.
That's Pennywise's weakness, is his turtle.
Yep.
It was the turtle.
So so
Lily has to tell somebody about what she saw.
but she's seen some blood in the bathtub too, right?
Sure.
And it was achieved by using corn syrup and red dye that was pumped through the vintage plumbing system that was constructed on set. They thought the director has mentioned in interviews that he thought it was to keep the blood density consistent with 1960s stage blood. Slightly too bright, unnerving, theatrical, and deliberately nod to the era of horror film. So I thought that was very well done too.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
So she tells a couple of people, but I mean, like, who's going to believe her? Nobody believes her when she says, "Hey, I think Maddie's still alive. Is it possible to be alive in the sewers for this long, for 4 months? Could he still be alive?"
So she decides to tell his two friends that were supposedly his best friends because, they invited him to his birthday party, and you come to find out that, they're sitting there and they're trying to watch this lady undress to the thing. He's like, "Oh, he ruined it again." He's got like a fake mustache on, and the other guys over there are just like doing something. He's like, "Well, you never do this. We're supposed to be Maddie's friends. We don't even know Maddie that well or whatever." But when they're riding their bikes to go to their hideout, right? And there's Lily sitting there. And as they ride up, you know what they're talking about? He's like, "Why do men have tits?" He's like, "Obviously, one day in the future, we're going to be feeding the kids." He just they pull up on her, and she's sitting there. I was dying at that part.
That was great, man. Yeah, they're up there. They're looking through he's looking through the binoculars or the telescope at the neighbor who's walking around in a bra, like one of those 1960s Coney bras. All right. And that was just hilarious. He's like fascinated with like this sci-fi comic book that they're putting together. He's always talking about what the aliens would look like and what they would do and that kind of stuff. His buddy's trying to do his science homework or trying to do his homework, going, we need to get this homework done. So it's great, man. I love it when the kids interact. Why the kid was wearing a fake mustache, I don't know.
But it was funny though. But it's like so she finds them there. They go up top they start talking. Like, how did she even get here? We only brought him here once. Like we weren't even really good friends. But she said, "What do you mean?" She said, "He told me you guys were best friends." And so I was like, man, that's going to bring a whole nother level to this. That's going to hurt. And
but weren't they paid to go to his birthday?
Right.
Party?
His mom paid him or something, right? Or did something.
Or bribed him with something.
So
they have friends at his birthday party.
So she asked him, she's like, "You don't believe me?" He's like, "Well, I believe that you believe that it's real." So he's like, "I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't." He's like, "But I think it's real. But let's face it, it's really, really way out there, and I just don't think I can believe that." So she takes off storming, and then the one little boy is Jewish, and he's sitting at his family's dinner, right? And his dad's like,
"Oh, that's Teddy, right?"
Yeah. Well, and he's like, "Did you study the Torah or whatever he's supposed to be reading, right?" And that's when he asked him. He says, "Hey, do you think it's possible, right, that somebody could be missing and still be found alive in the plumbing system of the city?" And his dad's like, "What's this nonsense?" And
he's all, "We survived this, we survived this, we survived this." You know what I'm saying? If there's anybody who knows about suffering, it's the Jews, right?
But when
he kind of just tells me he's full of nonsense.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And you're coming up on one of the freakiest parts of this episode right here, man, because it's bedtime. Yeah. And Teddy,
he's like, "Can I be excused?"
Yeah.
Dinner's over. And so he goes up to his room. Right.
Man, oh man. This scene here, I told Bond earlier, I said, this is pretty wild. Because it stems back from I think they put it in there as a joke from an old Family Guy episode. Because they had Stephen King being interviewed in like this office on Family Guy. I think it was Family Guy. And he's like, "Well, sir, what's your next novel about?" And he said, "I think it's about a talking lampshade."
Oh, nice.
So they go in there and he's in bed and he looks over, man, and he's reading a comic book, right? and the light goes out. And he turns it back on, and the light goes out again. And the next time he turns it on,
he pulls the little chain and
yeah. And that next time he pulls it on, man, there is like a Ed Gein human face lampshade that's got like several human faces on it, man. And he screams and he jumps out of bed and he goes, runs and hides in a corner. And what happens? That lamp thing falls off the rolls over and it starts rolling over to him, man. And the face is like, oh, and he's like, he starts screaming. And his brother comes in and he goes, I can't believe I'm related to you, or whatever he says, right?
Yeah, his older brother, man. That's exact Ed Gein vibes I was getting, man. So I was like, that's a lampshade made out of a human face.
Skin. Yeah. Oh, it was great. So the next scene I do believe is when Teddy and what's the other kid's name? Teddy and
oh, you're talking about Phil?
Yeah, and they're like, he's over there, he's throwing up in the basket. Ugh. He's like, oh, so you believe? She's like, oh, so you believe me now? He's like, look, I've known this kid since first grade. He said, and I know when he's lying, and he ain't lying. And if he saw it, then he saw it. And I was like, oh, exactly, you've known him for 3 years or whatever, right?
Well, they're finally believing at least.
Yeah. So now they're like, well, who can we go about? Who can we tell this? He's like, well, we should tell our parents. He's like, they'll put me back in the loony bin. You know, we can't do this. They said, well, is there anybody else we can trust? Then they're like, no, well, I know what we can do. So they go to the library, to the old, what are they? The picture,
the
newspaper.
microfiche.
Yeah. And poor Teddy or Phil had to bring their sister along, their younger sister, because my parents couldn't find a babysitter. And she's like, I'm a good reader. She'd write something down. And he's like, hey, can you go find me the book on the greatest blueberry muffins or whatever? Right? And he's like, she'll never find it. And I was like, please let her come back to this desk with this book, like after only a few minutes, because that would be great. But they find an old newspaper about Maddie missing, and they start reading, and they're like, this is where they discover that the night that he was in the theater, I guess the guy that puts the reels on the film, I don't know what you would call him, but his daughter was the one that could have turned in Maddie for sneaking in, but she's like, oh yeah, he ran that way.
Yeah, her name was Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Little Ronnie.
So, what a great character she is, man. You really grow to like her. So they decide to go to her. They're like, who could that be? So they end up going to her house, and they're like, hey, well, we're here to talk to you about Maddie and the disappearance of Maddie. And she's like, get out of here. She said, they came and was talking about racism. They came and they blamed that on my dad again, that he had something to do with it. He's like, I've already told all the people that he had nothing to do with it and all that. And she's like, just get out of here. And the little girl's like, can we go get milkshakes yet? So they turn around and the one guy says something. See, I know nobody believed me about the stupid song in the sewers or whatever. And she's like, what'd you say? And she comes back. She's like, I've been hearing voices in the basement of the cinema. She says, and they're like, well, is it many? She's like, I don't know. I can't really tell. She's like, but I know I'm not crazy. And I was like, oh, this is going to get good. So Bond, what happens next?
Well, they decide that they're going to go to the movie theater. Ronnie's going to let him into the movie theater.
But
she says she's heard the voices. They need to go to the movie theater.
But Bond, before they actually go, we have a flash over to Major Hanlon, I do believe, as he's laying in bed. And he has been tasked with keeping the secrets of this special stealth bomber, if you will. This file has all the information one would need to steal, to build, to everything. Yeah,
so Hanlon is attacked by these soldiers, these men in gas masks.
They kind of look like, have you ever seen, what was that movie, My Bloody Valentine? They kind of look like that guy.
They have those kind of masks, the full, Agent Orange gas mask from like the from World War II kind of mask, but they're leathery. Yeah. And they hold him at gunpoint, and they want details about what he's doing at the secret projects. They want details about what's going on in there. And he won't give it up.
Oh, no.
Not only that, but he's not scared.
No.
And that's what I noticed when I was watching. I was like, not only is he not giving up this secret information, which I get. You're a trained soldier. You're in the special room, the special hangar. You're trained for this kind of stuff. But it's one thing to be trained for it. It's another thing where he wasn't even scared.
No.
He was kind of looking shifty-eyed around the room like, how can I get out of this thing?
And then they bring out the steel pipe or whatever they start hitting him with.
Yeah, because then it's no longer a threat. Now they're hitting them. They're assaulting him. And he still won't give up the information. One of the guys, I think there's two of them. Right? Two or three.
I think there's three. One guy's just sitting in the back.
Yeah, one guy's just standing watching the whole thing. The main guy, he pulls a gun. And he's pointing a gun right at Leroy. Right at Hanlon. He's pointing a gun at him. And he's going to shoot him. He's like, if you don't tell me what we need to know, we're going to shoot you. We're going to kill you. And he pretty much just tells him, you're going to have to kill me. Because I'm not going to tell you anything.
Then his buddy comes flying in.
Yeah, his buddy's like, hey, how's it going? He just walks in the room, right?
He's so funny, man.
Yeah, Paulie walks in and kind of breaks it all up, saves his life. So do you think they would have shot him right there?
No.
No.
No, because
it's all just a threat.
We'll find out in the future episodes, if you will, why I don't think that would have happened.
True. But at this moment, you're like, man, he's gonna get shot if he doesn't give up what's going on in this room. But He doesn't do it. He doesn't give up any information. In fact, he's not even scared. He's standing up to these guys. Paulie scares them away. Then it cuts back to the kids, and the kids are on their way to the movie theater because the little girl Ronnie, she's like, "Hey, I think we have that movie, the one that with that little song
Music
about
Man.
trouble. Yeah, the Music Man. I think we still have that tin. We can totally play that." So they decide that they're going to break into the movie theater, and she tells them, "Hey, have a seat. I'm going to go up to the projection booth, and I'll get the movie started." Right?
Yep.
And so they're all settling in. They watch a movie without popcorn. I don't know how they do it. But they all sit together. They're watching the movie. The house lights go down, and as they're watching the movie, sure enough, that little song, "Trouble Right Here in River City," pops up, and all the kids who have heard this song, their eyes get big like saucers, and they're like, "That's the song! That's the song that we've been hearing." Then you notice the crowd, Jimbo, in the movie.
Yep.
The Music Man, and it looks just like the Music Man, but standing in the crowd right there in River City, there's trouble, and that trouble is Maddie.
Yep.
Somehow Maddie's in the movie.
What'd you think of that?
That is some great special effects. That's like
Yeah, it was.
great special effects.
Creepy.
I was like, I've seen the Music Man more than once, and never ever has Maddie come out in that movie. But there he was, and not only that, but like the movie's still going on. But Maddie's character, he's in the movie, but he's not participating in the movie. He's staring directly at the kids. He's staring at his quote-unquote friends, the girl that rejected his advances, the boys that had to like be paid to go to his birthday party. And he starts walking towards the screen. He's walking closer and closer to
That's
the
so
screen.
creepy, dude.
And the kids are freaking out. They're like, Maddie, is that you? Come in. Come closer. Yes, keep walking. Because they're thinking, he's just going to walk right out of the screen and then we'll save the day.
Kids.
Right? Because they're like, yes, Maddie, you can hear us. Great, you can hear us. Keep walking. Come on. But then Maddie starts like blaming them for being in the position he's in. And he's got something for him. He releases the mutant bat baby.
But it's not little anymore.
No. It's the big screen.
Right.
So naturally, the mutant. It reminds me of that National Enquirer Bat Boy. National Enquirer Bat Boy. That was
I still have that somewhere, I think.
Somewhere where it's like just a balding head with the big eyes and the teeth. So the Bat Baby is released, and he's huge now.
Yeah, he is.
5 or 6 seats wide at this point, maybe bigger. This thing is a good 15 feet wingspan, 20-foot wingspan at this point. Huge teeth. It comes screaming, Ronnie is up in the projection.
She can't see anything going on.
She can't see anything because the lights are all... The kids are screaming. They're crawling down over each other. They're crawling under the seats. They're trying to get away from this thing. And it's exactly what you would expect a giant bat baby to do in a movie theater.
Yeah.
It's jumping from seat to seat. It's biting people. It's tearing kids up.
I don't think I was not ready for this scene. I'm not going to lie, but he picks up one of them and he throws it against the projection, the where Ronnie is up there, and his face hits the thing and just slides down. And you're like, oh no. I mean, there's chaos, there's screaming, there's crying. But the part that got to me in this whole thing, man, is Lily is under the seats hiding from this thing.
Exactly.
And the little sister, I forget her name. What's her name, Bond? The little sister.
The little baby sister is Eurus.
Yeah, and so she's reaching out to get her hand, right? Reaching out to get her. That thing comes right down, dude. Right down and snatches her, man. And you
don't expect kids to die.
No, not main characters like that right out of the gate. You were like, Bond's like, what just happened? I thought they were main characters. I said,
they are main characters.
They are. I don't know what just happened.
For 45 minutes.
I got emotionally attached to these kids.
I'm assuming that these are the kids we'll be following throughout the episodes as the episodes
like the Loser Club.
Like the Loser Club. Exactly, man. You're going to follow this core group of 5-6 kids as they solve what happened in
the Scooby-Doo gang, if you will.
Scooby-Doo. Or It Chapter 1.
Yes.
It Chapter 1. They didn't kill off all the kids in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Well, they don't all die because...
No, they don't. They don't all
die. Ronnie is up in the projection booth, so she's pretty much...
locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah. So... does she even see what's going on? Is she just defenseless up there?
I think when she sees that dude's face hit the thing and blood streaked down.
Yeah. I think that was Teddy. I think Teddy slammed up.
Oh, man. He was my favorite, too.
I love Teddy.
And
that's the thing is you love all these kids because of their quirkiness.
Yep.
They're quirky. They're friends. They're buddies. You see them being kids.
And is this is the way it ends, right?
And the first episode. First episode is Stephen King and the crew. They decide at the end of the first episode. This one's directed by Andy Musichelli, written by David Fuchs. This one was, hey, I got a great way to end this episode. Let's tear up all the children and leave them in the movie theater. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I've never seen anything like that, Jimbo.
I know you were like that. What are we watching?
Dude, I love horror movies. I've been watching horror movies since
knee high to a grasshopper, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Since the first time my parents said, "You want to watch The Exorcist? Go ahead. I'm not watching it with you." Okay, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, "This is amazing." I think when I texted you earlier when I first saw it. I said, this is like Scream.
Oh, the Drew Barrymore scene.
The Drew Barrymore scene in Scream where they kill off Drew Barrymore. Oh, spoiler. Drew Barrymore dies in Scream. Where they kill off Drew Barrymore in the first 20 minutes of the movie. And you're like, she's the star. How'd you kill off the star? You've already established all these little kids as the main characters to kill 80% of them. But who lives, Jimbo? Do you remember?
Yes, Lily. Well, I don't know if you really find out in this episode. You have to wait till the beginning of episode 2, which we will cover shortly. But yes, Lily does survive, and so does Ronnie. True. Now, Bond, I think something we need to touch on because we haven't touched on him yet. There is this officer that has been assigned special privileges in the military. He's an African American gentleman. He's always getting he's like, well, you always say you got special privileges. Come to find out that he has what we come to know as from Stephen King, and we covered recently, He has what, Bond?
That boy's got the shine.
He's got the shine. So I love how they are integrating different Stephen King novels into one thing. It's amazing.
It's all a big universe, man.
It is. And
because this is Dick Halloran.
And we all know who that is, right?
Who is Dick Halloran?
I'm thinking you go back a couple episodes and listen to the Shining episode.
You need to go listen to The Shining, man, because Dick Halloran's got the shine.
Yep.
Right?
I can't.
He's got the shine. And when you're watching this, you're watching this going, wait a minute. I know how that guy dies.
I know that guy.
I know that guy. He's got the shine. He gets killed by Jack Nicholson.
So you know he's making it out at least, right?
Yeah, you know he's going to be okay because Jack Nicholson ends up killing him in the hallway.
So you don't know why he has all these special privileges yet. Mm-hmm. You know he works in the special chamber, if you will, the special hangar. He has the special permission to go in there.
True.
And you'll find out in future episodes why. But as of right now, you know that he's like right there next to the general and you don't know what's going on yet. And also we need to talk about Leroy's family, which I think that comes next episode. So we'll talk about that episode too.
Leroy's family will move in.
But Bond, if you had to come up with a title for this instead of just pilot, what would you call it?
I would call it Trouble right here in River City. Or maybe even Trouble right here in Derry.
I think I'd call it The Birth of Fear.
I like that.
Because that's what it's known as the pilot, right?
Does the Devil Baby look like The Birth of Fear? Call it Devil Baby.
So yeah,
what do you rate this one?
Man,
you rate or not?
I don't know if I'm going to rate it. We might just have to rate it by season, but I'm just telling you, what a way to kick off a series. This made me want to come back. This made me wish episode 2 was out, but luckily it was because I had waited a week. And I had to wait for episode 3 because there's 3 episodes out right now. And I'm telling you, if you're a Stephen King fan, if you're a horror fan, this here is worth your time. It is
like nothing you've ever seen.
Right. And I can't wait to see how they tie it all together. They have me intrigued. And, no, I think I can't talk about episode 2 yet because I don't want to give anything away.
But here's the thing. Do you think people were disappointed when they watched this episode going, where's the clown? Where's Pennywise?
All I'm going to say is pay close attention because
Look for him.
There are effects and things that you see in this episode that is Pennywise or the antics of Pennywise. Okay.
They tease Pennywise.
They do a lot. I've watched it 3 times already, this first episode, and I'm still picking up stuff. It is so well done and so integrated because I just watched episode 3 and I went back and watched episode 1. I was like, aha, I made the connection. You know what I mean? Because you're like, it's so well done that I can't wait for the next episode already. I wish it was like Netflix where we would just drop it all so I could binge watch it, right? It's like Stranger Things already come out. We got it in 3 parts, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's or something. I'm like, so for longtime fans, there's plenty of Easter eggs and sprinkled throughout this episode. Of course, the movie that's playing in the Capitol Theater is The Music Man, which was also referenced in It Chapter 1 during Georgie's paper boat chase. The shop sign Kitchener Ironworks glimpse into the background ties to the tragic explosion mentioned in Stephen King's original novel. Even the shape of the sewer grates in the main street scenes were designed to mimic Pennywise's jagged smile. So there's so much tension in this episode. There is so much, what would I say? I guess Lily hears her missing friend, remember, at the end, I do believe, echoing from a sewer drain, right? Is that how it ends? Mm-hmm. And it's whispering her name. And you know, the episode fades out, and it's a close-up of her terrified eyes. Remember, her eyes were like this. It's beautifully shot, but it's also horrifying to see.
Sure.
But the shot was achieved by submerging a GoPro inside of a plexiglass drain pipe to capture the rippling affection without digital effects. How cool is that, man?
That's pretty smart.
So it's committed to practical horror. A lot of this stuff is not CGI. It's practical horror, and that's pretty cool. The Demon Baby, I'm pretty sure, is CGI. And you know, you can call back from the pacifier from the opening scene floating down the drain, just like Georgie's boat. Mm-hmm. So this acts as an introduction to Derry, but it's also a warning saying, you know, this monster we fear just isn't a clown. I think he's more than just a clown. I think the clown was just something that those people fed off. You know what I mean? We'll find more about it, but what I hope for this series is I hope that the writers, because you're like, well, is there going to be a second season? Okay. I don't know the answer to that yet. I would hope so, but what I hope, and I wish they do, is if this does really well, I hope they go to like 2003 or whatever, 27 years after he says, and 2030, or even go back to like the Civil War times. We do not know when Pennywise came into existence, do we?
Yeah, I have the answer to that.
You know when Pennywise came into existence?
No,
but
I do know how many seasons this show is going to be.
Oh, yeah?
This show is scheduled to be 3 seasons long, with each season going back in time.
So further and further back?
So this one is set in 1962.
So we're going back further?
The next season, season 2, goes back to the 1930s.
I love it.
Because if there was something about a bank heist or something,
oh yeah,
that happened in the 1930s. Season 3 goes back to the big Derry fire of 1908.
I wonder if that's where it started.
So I'm not sure if that's where the whole thing started, but that's the way the seasons are breaking down. Season 1 is 1960s. Season 2 is in the 30s. Season 3 is 1908, the big Derry fire.
There you go. And we're going to be here every step of the way.
Every step of the way. So if you are scared of demon babies or
clowns,
clowns, or anything, or a lot more than that coming up soon, then you don't have to watch it. You can just listen to us. We'll
highlight the highlights. Yeah. And you know what? I know we've missed some stuff in this episode because there is a lot more to get to. And hopefully we'll sprinkle in a little stuff as we go along, because still trying to get all this together, it being so new and everything, that trying to put it all together into a coherent thing, since it is so new, and try to tie it in, try to catch every little Stephen King reference or every little book reference or every little character reference that maybe somebody's grandpa in the future or great aunt in the past. I promise you, we will figure it out, and we might have our episode where we maybe say, hey, oh, by the way, in episode 1, we forgot to talk about this, and here's what happened, and here's why.
Oh, I guarantee, because like you're saying, I've seen this episode a couple times. The first time you watch it, you're entertained and you're freaked out by the horror. Then the second time you watch it, you start picking up the little clues. And then as you watch further episodes, you're like, wait a minute, I need to go back and watch episode 1 again.
What did I miss?
Because they're talking about, what did I miss? I want to see what they're talking about.
Yep.
And so you're exactly right. The more you pay attention, there's so many details to this show. It's impossible to pick them all up the first time through. You got to watch it, rewatch it. And the deeper Stephen King fan you are, the more you're going to get out of this show.
Oh, yeah. So I told Bond, I said, look, I recently started reading the original book, because I said, I want to do my due diligence and see if I can't pick anything out that they've dropped down from this book. And man, it's been a long time since I read that book, and there's a lot of stuff I forgot that happened in that book, and I'm just barely at the beginning. I forgot the whole kit and caboodle because I was so entwined with Tim Curry as Pennywise that I forgot a lot of stuff. So it's been an adventure. So hang tight. We promise you that we will be getting these episodes out quicker. We were going to try to release it the week after it comes out. So right now you're in luck because 3 episodes are out. The 4th one drops this Sunday. So we're trying to get everything lined up so we can get to a week basis on it. So, but Bond, what's your feelings? You liking it? You picking up what they're throwing down?
I am, man. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 right out of the bat.
That end scene, dude, had me.
It's just, yeah, there's 2 intense scenes in this thing, maybe 3 if you count the lampshade face. And it's just crazy. I love the interaction between the kids. It was my fault for getting that involved in a Stephen King character. That was my fault.
You got emotionally involved.
Ever get attached. Yeah. I was like, I love these kids. Now they're gone.
You know what? Now you love them to pieces.
I do love them to pieces. Talk about loving to pieces. You've got to stick around for episode 2.
Oh, you did go there, Bond. Well, I can't believe you
my prop piece in this one, man. I don't know if
I know what I'm getting. I am picking
the little demon baby.
I am picking your prop for this episode. You are getting the pacifier, sir.
Oh, geez, thanks a lot. And every time I get scared, I'll suck on it. Every time I get scared, I'll suck on that thing.
All right, so hopefully you'll join us next time. We are the Tragedy of Cinema podcast, and I think this episode's coming to a close, and that's a wrap.
And cut.
The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. Those we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. To the tales we love the most.